It starts with a wizard. He's old and he's wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he's strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon went seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane. When you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
So, in case you missed last week, Caleb will fix all of this in post. In case you missed last week, the party went to Drina to confront the Balor that has the contract with Animus. Animus hopes that if he defeats the Balor, that his contract will be null and void, and that he will be able to ascend to his super ultra strong druid powers. The party arrived at the city. Cirrus and Animus played a little bit of a game that ended up with Animus ingesting snake venom. The party then split in half, checking both halves of the city. Zygon, Cirrus, and Anzu ran into a fisherman who had recently gotten pretty lucky with his haul and has become one of the most wealthy people in the village. And Zygon thought that was a little suspicious, but he's going to try.
What's up, bitches?
Oh my god.
Exactly. And then Animus and Thea went to the other side of town, where they discovered a time trap that had been hatched by a local wizard and his apprentice to try and stop an invasion of lesser demons. I believe we ended with you guys reuniting at the tavern. Caleb, what did we do? What was the last thing we did? Because I don't fully remember. Come on.
We see a figure that seems to be the one who's casting the spells with runes in order to stop the demons, and he seems to be a teenager. He says that his master is posing as the town doctor.
Okay, Caleb didn't take notes on the last thing that happened. But, you guys did. Yeah, no, okay, cool. Sorry, Caleb, I don't mean to infringe on your note-taking abilities. I apologize.
It's crazy that you would doubt my note-taking abilities at this point in time, 5 years later.
I'm sorry, you know. You guys are currently discussing this with this young wizard's apprentice. I believe Thea and Zygon ran him down while the others were trying to experiment with the time spell. And Animus shoved Anzu into the time spell to see if he would, freeze. And Anzu just full-on fell over.
It would have been funny.
Alright, so we'll start there. So, Cirrus, you've been kind of hanging back a little bit, wizard stuff. You don't want to deal with the wizard stuff. That's not your pay grade. I need you to make a perception check.
Why do we start with me?
Because I gotta get them bad rolls out of the way.
You're our ranger.
Yeah, that's our ranger.
13.
13. All right, so as you're kind of eyeing up these demons and everything, you begin to look at the ground where it appears that some of the initial fighting went on. And you see like claw marks and scratch marks from these demons. But you also see a large set of footprints that don't match any of the demons that you can see.
What kind of footprints are they, Jacob?
Well, they're very, very large.
Wow, those are some
large
large
big
footprints.
footies. Those are at least size 32s.
Whoa,
Um,
like 2 shacks.
it's like 2 whole shacks. Let me see here. Now I gotta look at demon feet. They look to be in the shape of like a humanoid foot, just really, really big.
Just big.
And claws
Like
on
giant.
the end.
Oh,
I would say huge. I wouldn't necessarily go gargantuan, but I would say huge. You know,
We've seen Anzur's toenails. Are they claws or just long toenails?
They're definitely claws of some sort.
Okay.
do I recognize what footprints they are, other than just being large humanoid-ish?
Make a survival check.
Ooh. Survival check is going to be 18.
18. So you get down low and you look at the depression and you kind of take a little whiff, you know, and you get a faint smell of sulfur. As you kind of are looking down deeper, you grab a piece of the dirt and put it in your mouth. It's like a rotted egg sort of taste. But this is definitely some sort of demonic footprint. But where the others, the demons are pointing south, going south towards you guys. These are pointing north, going away.
North.
And it looks as though that maybe this is some sort of like none of the footprints going south have gone past these footprints going north.
Oh, so like capture and go the other way, or kill, or
Yeah.
okay.
You do notice a bunch of ash piles just kind of around. You know that sometimes when demons die on the prime material plane, their bodies don't stay there. They just like disintegrate into ash, and then the souls go back to from whence they came and reform.
Can I go investigate one of the ash piles?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I dig around.
Okay, so you make an investigation check.
With advantage?
Why?
Because I asked nicely.
If I give it to you, I'll get everybody will expect it.
I got a 4.
A 4. Well, this isn't super hard to find. You begin digging around, and you do you wear like what kind of stuff are you wearing on your hands, or is it just bare hands?
Oh, I'm just
Bare
raw
hand.
dogging.
Okay, no fingerless gloves.
Yeah, raw dog.
You feel your hands hit this small like disc. And you grab it and pull it out, and you see a symbol on it that you don't recognize. But it looks like some sort of like summoning circle or something like that.
Who am I with? Is it everybody?
Animus and Anzu are with you. Thea and Zygon are currently interrogating the apprentice.
I bring it to them to see if they recognize.
So Anzu, you dust yourself off as you just hit the dirt after Animus shoved you, as Cirrus is coming over with this small, what looks like turquoise disc.
Sorry, Anzu. I really thought that'd be cool.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm just full of pure shit. You would have done the same thing in your notes.
I wouldn't have. I'm not tall enough to push you, and I wouldn't have done that to a good friend of mine.
Oh, I'm so sure.
Oh,
Hey,
but
what-
next time I'll fireball myself in the head and end it all soon. How about that?
Look what I found.
Anzu, you see this small turquoise disc, probably about the size of like one of those mini tortillas that you use for tiny tacos.
Street tacos.
Yes.
Am I supposed to eat it?
I would advise not eating it. It's made of glass.
Fucking speak it. Forgot my fucking fortune cookie. Sorry.
Oh, dude. You want a fortune cookie?
I would love a fortune cookie.
I mean, I've got one right here.
Oh, okay. Let's see what Zach's fortune is. Open it.
All right.
You gotta eat the cookie, though. It doesn't come true if you don't eat the cookie. Oh my gosh, that joke. That joke. Are you kidding me? How long have you guys been planning that?
Since we got the Chinese food.
Because Caleb literally said, "Yeah, I'm at my parents' right now." It's like, okay, cool. I was like, I don't recognize that from your parents' place when I go visit your
Back
mom,
in Missouri, baby.
Yeah, Caleb moved back to Missouri to be with
I'm
Zach.
here. To be with Zach. I live in his house now.
He lives in his walls. Zach doesn't have room for him anywhere else. Anyway,
know,
yeah,
right?
Edzu, it's a small disc. It looks like it's got some sort of summoning circle on it.
Could I press you about what is inscribed on it? What
Make-
will this summon?
Make a either Arcana or Religion check.
Arcana checking. It's a nat 20.
Nat 20. So you don't know whose symbol this is, but you know what the magic would be used for. This is a way to get from the Nine Hells or from the Abyss to the Prime Material Plane. It's essentially like a bus ticket that demons need in order to be on the Prime Material Plane. For
Gotcha.
short
And is it
periods of time.
like, has it been used
It
or?
has been used, yeah.
Okay, so that's just how he got here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I will tell that to the group.
All right. We'll jump over to Zygon and Thea real quick. You see this kid. He's kind of looking around a little bit. You notice his eyes are glowing faintly with like this kind of blue energy. And as he's looking, he says, So, I don't mean to, like, cut this interrogation short or anything, but if I don't replace the runes that are on those buildings, the spell is going to end, and then we're going to have to fight a bunch of demons.
So good.
We fought some demons before.
True.
Doesn't seem too rushed to me.
As much as I would like that, there's a lot of people here that need protecting, and I'm worried that if, we were to fight these demons, there would be a lot of collateral damage, So, I don't care what you do with the demons while they're frozen in time. I'm gonna go fix the spell, and then try and find my master, okay?
Can we help you find him?
I mean, he's got crazy white hair that kind of goes everywhere. Kind of old, but not old. Like, he's very spry for his age. He has a silver tooth that has the symbol of the Raven Queen on it. I don't know why he has that. That's weird. But he said don't touch it. So, your success is inevitable. That's what this fortune says.
No, eat it.
That was my fortune.
Now you gotta eat the fortune.
Oh.
I had friends who used to do that.
Are you serious?
No, straight up. And I was like, they were like, it won't come true if I don't eat it. And I was like,
The cookie. It won't come true
No,
if you eat the cookie.
no, they said it was the paper. And I said,
so they would just eat it. I personally never participated, but maybe that's why all my dreams haven't come true.
That's it. Maybe they gotta eat the paper. All right. Do you guys need anything else from me?
I guess not.
If you want to go kill those demons, be my guest. And then you see he just kind of, and he misty steps onto the top of a building and goes back to drawing his runes.
Alright, well, should we go find his master and ask them questions?
I think I have an idea of... I feel like I might have seen him. Did the guy that me and Animus talked to have a silver tooth?
You know, he was so crazy and erratic, you weren't able to catch it.
Ugh. I want to go see if I can find that guy.
Okay.
I'll follow her.
Okay. So you two begin to exit out where you came. You run back into the other three. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. They're probably just throwing stuff into the time trap to see if it...
Yeah. That checks out.
Should we follow the giant footsteps north, or should we not? And kill all these little demons?
Sure.
It's up to you guys.
I don't know what you guys were doing, but Cirrus found giant footsteps.
That's our ranger.
However, interestingly, they are not footsteps of a giant.
Yes.
They're footsteps of a huge.
That's also true.
Oh my god.
Well, alright, I'm going to go have some eggs and maybe take a walk around.
Do we have time for that?
Good luck, everybody!
Okay.
Which direction are you going, Anzu?
Are we splitting up
South.
here? What's going on?
South. So Anzu's going towards where the demons are. Actually, no,
Right.
that'd be away from where the demons are. My bad. He's going the opposite direction. He's heading back towards the market where you guys found the deranged man.
I say we leave him.
Well, this kid says that his master told him to start cast this spell, and he's just maintaining the runes or something that are keeping this area from, frozen in time. But he can't find his master now. And I'm wondering if it's that guy we saw. The weird.
Definitely could be. Sure could be, yes.
I mean, how many town crazies are
I don't know. There was a couple weird people out there, but there was only one guy who was being real crazy.
Did you see if he had a silver tooth with the symbol of the Raven Queen on it?
Jacob, would I have seen that?
I'll allow both of you to make disadvantage history checks.
I get advantage on those.
So neutral.
I already had a point of exhaustion, so I was going to take a point of disadvantage. Jacob, take that.
Fair.
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh.
That was my first roll of the night.
All right. So Thea, you take a second and start rolling through your mind palace. And you're like,
Mine was a 12.
Animus's mind palace is under renovation. Again, thinking about
not
it,
that bad.
and you're like, You do remember that his mouth caught a glint of the sun briefly while he was doing his ranting and raving. It's a possibility. It's the best lead you got right now.
Okay.
But yeah.
Pretty stuff.
Well, we could split up. Some of us follow the footprints north, see where they lead, and some of us find this crazy man again.
So I can tell you where the footprints lead. They don't go anywhere. It looks as though this creature stood sentinel, basically, and if any of the demons got too close, he just...
How many demons are there?
From what you can currently see, there's 20.
So if I walk up to one and I use the flail and I go...
As you're using the flail, it begins to slow down as you're rotating it, and your wrist begins to slow down.
Can I have it sing a song that will speed it up?
So it starts singing, insert song here, and then it goes to halftime, and then it goes to a fourth of the time.
I was going to do Ring of Fire by Johnny Depp. Or by,
Yep,
what?
by
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Cash.
By
Yeah,
John
Johnny Cash.
Depp.
Johnny Cash.
Nope.
Everyone
Nope.
chill. Johnny Cash.
Nope.
Everyone chill. Everyone chill.
Oh my god.
Freudian slip. My bad. My fault.
He just really loves Johnny Depp, guys. Just
I really love Johnny Cash.
So the flail is slowing down, as is Animus. You guys can see that he is beginning to
I walk
kind of
back out.
slow down. As you go
No.
out, come back to normal speed. You also notice, we'll say Cirrus and Thea notice this. You see one of the buildings has a large red, like, paint smear. It's not blood, it's like this paint smear across it.
Interesting.
And you look down the street, and there's another one with that same paint smear, and then another one, and then another one, until it eventually gets to the gate of the village.
Not a fan of that. What does it mean, Jacob?
I don't know. What does it mean?
It's not just like the buildings being marked to like for that kid to maintain the runes or anything.
No, because the ones with the runes do not have that smear on them.
Can I peek inside one of the buildings that has a paint smear on it?
Yeah, go right ahead. So you're inside the time trap now, so you're not gonna have a lot of time. No pun intended. So you go in and you look, and you see a family that was looks like they were like sitting down for a meal. And you see the parents are kind of, like, did I just hear something outside? And the kids are just kind of all kind of energized and stuff, but they're all frozen in that moment.
Oh. And they're just not moving at all.
Not moving at all, no breathing, the food, nothing. You see there's like a fly in the middle of the air that was going to land on the bread, and it's just stopped.
Interesting. Wait, no breathing, but they're not dead.
No, they're frozen in time.
Okay. I'll just get back out of there.
Well, this is kind of a puzzle thing, and I know we don't do well with those. So
Okay,
I will... Go ahead.
We do great at puzzles, Jacob.
Well, maybe I should see what it looks like inside of a building with the runes on it and see if there's any difference.
Okay.
That seems like a place to start.
You'll be inside the time bubble. If you're in there too long, it'll affect you.
Okay.
Okay, so you, with your elven agility,
I'm so fast.
you bust open the door to one of these houses with the runes on it. It's the exact same as the house with the paint smear on it.
Well, that's disappointing. And I'll leave.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw for me, or actually just do an acrobatic check.
Oh no. Actually, do this one. Ooh, okay. 23.
23. You dodge in and out of the way. You feel the muscles in your body beginning to slow down. Your reaction time beginning to slow down. The whole world is kind of just like going at like half speed, and you eventually break through as the time stop spell kind of like radiates almost like a puddle that got a rock thrown into it. It just kind of goes out. But yeah, everything seems the same, but everything's frozen.
It's no good.
So what are we looking at?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So
I missed the beginning of it.
So currently, you guys are in the northern part of Drina. There is a time stop bubble around about a 7-block radius. There seems to be some weird paint splotch on different houses that go in like a pattern until it eventually makes it to the northern gate of the village. You guys are currently standing in the street, literally like a dividing line. Like on this side of the line, everything is frozen. On this side of the line, things are moving normally.
Is there some sort of like number or like letters in these splotches, or
No.
are they just splotches?
It's just a
singular splotch.
yep.
And
Like
they
I took a
lead
big paintbrush and just went down the side of the building.
and they lead out.
They go towards the gate.
What if you run an order of the paint? Did Thea just try that?
No.
I want to try that.
Okay. I need you to make a either athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh. 18?
18.
17?
So did you roll with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. See, Animus has a point of exhaustion, but so does Caleb. So, Animus, you begin running, and your little bird legs carrying you, and you're going from like house to house, and there's no like, you don't notice any like numbering system or any like rhyme or reason to it. You get to the gate, and you can feel yourself beginning to slow down.
Is there another red mark?
Yeah, there's one on the gate.
Oh, and I run up to the red mark on the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can
Could
see.
I have been touching them on the way or something?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, you got a little
Does
bit
it
of.
activate them at all?
No, you just got a little bit of red paint on your hand. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. With disadvantage, someone else should have done this. Someone else should have done this. That's gonna be an 8.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check, Jacob?
No.
What if I'm just kind of gracefully
What if I'm
walking
just,
by
like-
and I just perceive
What if
something
I'm just
instead
opening
of
my
look for
mind
it?
to the possibilities? You.
Can I add guidance though?
Sure, you can add guidance.
Okay. Nice. That's gonna be a 10.
Okay. You notice a lot of ash near where these paint blotches is. But that could be, just from stuff being caught on fire and like burning. It's hard to tell. But you don't. There's no the paint does not represent like some pattern or anything. You also feel your body starting to slow down.
I'm gonna scrub the paint off.
Okay. Scrub the paint off. Alright. I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check to get out of the time stop bubble. And if you don't, you will be frozen in the bubble.
Can I go out the other side?
You sure
If I ran this far
You
in?
don't know how far the other side is, but you certainly can try.
Can I perceive how far the other side is?
Make a perception check.
It's a 16.
16. It looks like it goes about a mile outside
Oh
of the
no,
city.
I don't want to go that way. I sure don't want to go that way. Ah, 10.
Okay, so you guys see as Animus is beginning to run, and as he gets to like the third paint splotch, you see him just kind of freeze in place.
No! Shit.
Oh no.
But I erased the paint, right?
You got the first mark on the gate off.
And it's wet paint, right?
It's wet paint, yeah.
It's very fresh.
It can't.
You wash it off of him or off of the building?
Off of the building.
Okay.
It can't dry. It's in a time stop spell. There is no time passing, so it literally just got like plopped on there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Animus is frozen in the time stop bubble.
Do I see a large like shepherd's hook anywhere that I can just?
You've got rope. You could fashion some sort of lasso out of the rope, and
I'll give it a shot.
so you. I need you to make a either a survival or an athletics check.
I'm terrible at both.
Just so happens I'm bad at both.
As a point of order, I have the Trailblazer out, and for my own fun, I was swinging around with Ring of Fire playing.
Okay, it's like at like. Well, now it's not going because you're frozen, but it was going very, very slow.
Yeah.
All right, Zagan, what'd you
It's
get?
it's an 8.
Okay, you got this. You know, it's a solitary, motionless target. Nothing. You try and catch on to him, you miss.
Oh no.
You just spill your dice.
No.
Okay, well, give Abby an hour to get all of her dice back.
I'd like to try again, Jacob.
Okay, go ahead and roll again. You're getting your lasso ready.
Oh shit.
Oh, also Animus. You perceive everything that's going on around you. You can still see and hear. About
17.
17. Grabs onto Animus's wrists, locks in. You begin pulling him in. Animus's body topples to the ground as you're just dragging him through the mud and the muck of the village. Dirt and ash and mud and hopefully things that aren't bodily functions, just all hitting Animus as you're just until you eventually pull him out with one hard yank out of the time stop bubble.
It's just like, I fell into a burning ring of fire.
As you're just
it's the Johnny Depp song.
Oh yeah. I think,
Johnny Depp song from Into the Woods.
Yeah, from Into the Woods.
What a
Yeah,
song.
Animus, you're out of the time bubble.
There you go.
I don't know what those are, but I washed one off.
You want to go again?
Yeah, of course. Just keep the rope tied to me this time, though.
Yeah, I'll tie it around his waist.
All right, you're good.
All right.
I want to know why you're not using your tracker to figure this out, but that you have a ranger.
Not the Flagon Slayer way, Jacob.
That's not our ranger, okay?
Well, if he decides to look at it before I run in there and take off more of them,
I'm just letting you do your thing, man. That's all you.
All right, Animus, you run in. You get to one of the paint splotches. Roll an investigation check.
Is it paint or is it blood?
It's paint. It is 100% paint.
what am I rolling?
Investigation.
That didn't roll at all. Because metal dice.
Metal dice?
That's going to be an 8.
An 8. You're looking around.
Disadvantage is kind of killer.
You don't really see anything. You just see piles of ash. You see this paint. You see scuff marks on the ground, but nothing crazy.
I tug on the rope as I start to slow down, so they pull me out.
All right, it's you pull him back in. as well as
Right.
him running. So you guys get there pretty quick.
All right, somebody else is going to have to try to figure this out because I have no idea what's going on. I take the rope off and put it around Sirius.
All right. Where am I? What am I doing?
All right, so you run out to one of the paint splotches. Make an investigation check. Or a survival check, since you're a ranger.
Good chance I'll take survival. I'll take survival, Jacob.
Okay.
Ooh. It's a natural 20.
Nice. Okay. So you get out there, and you're like, don't send a druid to do a ranger's job.
Obviously.
You get down low, and you begin looking, and you see that around this area, there was a large scuffle of some sort. There's, like, blood, there's, like, dirt everywhere, like, in these weird lines. You see the large footprints again. And they're just
Is it the same ones?
Yeah, they're just kind of in the middle. One reason why Animus might not have been able to see this is that it looks like it's been either covered up or that, like, when it was going on, there was a lot of, like, chaos and everything, so it's kind of hard to see. You see slashes in the buildings nearby of weapons that have to be, like, multiple, like, 20 feet in length. Like, these huge blades have carved, like, entire chunks out of houses and stuff. You see what looks like a scorch mark that's just, like, a straight line. And it's just like a full straight line. Like, it doesn't behave like normal fire. Because fire normally, like, starts at a source and then goes outward. This starts at a source and just goes straight. Like, it's a straight line.
Very controlled.
Mark. Yeah. There's a bunch of piles of ash all around. You investigate one of them as your body begins to kind of slow a little bit. And you find another one of those summoning discs. And then you tug on the rope as Zygon, you begin to pull him in.
Can I grab the disc?
Yeah, you
Bring it with me.
put it in your pocket, begin to... And then you and Zygon successfully get out of the time bubble.
Alright, sweet. Alright, so there was some sort of fight that went down. Big, long blades of some sort used. A lot of dead demons. And another one of these little disc boys.
So, Zygon, when you see this disc, there's like a flash of memory that hits your brain of some sort of studying that you did. And Thea, you also see this disc, and you are also reminded of something. I need both of you to make a religion check.
Damn.
I know Zygon making a religion check, and it's like fully within character. What is this game becoming?
I know.
Weird.
Level 20, baby. Level
Plus we
20.
get
Both of
advantage
them.
on-
Yes, you do.
16.
16.
15.
15. So, both of you kind of get this epiphany at the same time. When learning about cleric things, one of the major sections is learning demonology and how to properly fight against demons. You recognize this symbol as the symbol of Frazer Blue. Zygon, this is very close to home for you. But you notice that this symbol is his summoning symbol. Basically, like, each of the demon lords has a summoning circle that can be used to bring at least an aspect of them to the prime material plane. This is like essentially like a bus ticket or a train ticket that the lower level demons can get from their demon lord in order to access the prime material plane.
They don't have keyless start.
That is true.
Alright. should we destroy it? Or
Probably.
Unless it's
probably a good
already
idea.
used.
Is it a one-use deal?
It gets you
Sure.
there and back.
And their ashes are already gone.
Because they got something killed them.
Gets you
So I
there.
brought them here, they died, and then it still has the ability to send them back.
You know what?
So
If they
when
got here
when
and
a
died-
demon dies, you guys know this. When a demon dies,
They get
their
sent
soul gets sent back, essentially as like a respawn. The only way you can truly kill a demon is if you kill them in their origin
Fraz
realm.
and Blue, because he's no Fraz and Blow,
There you
because
go.
he's not here. Because he's not here, may have had his fight here and gotten sent back already. And now we are finding these tokens of how to get basically back to where he is. In the abyss.
What would have killed or stopped him? Sounds like
Well, if
something
there
useful
was-
to know.
Well, wasn't he in some sort of like fight with the other demons? And it seems like some of the demons were left behind and some of them were destroyed. Is that what we were getting, Jacob? Or am I wrong on that?
So you do know that he got exiled to the Prime Material Plane for trying to stage a coup against Fraz and Blue.
Right.
And that he's
If you're exiled to the Prime Material Plane and then you're killed in the Prime
you
Material
would still
Plane,
return, yeah.
you would still.
Yeah.
So maybe
He
it
would just
seems
be
like
probably made a prisoner, essentially.
there's symbols of Fraz or Blue here, and there's very clearly evidence that Fraz and Blow was here, which means
Fraz and Blow.
highly,
Every time.
it's highly possible that Fraz and Blow, got blown off the material plane.
Ah, good one.
So he's not even here?
Well, he's here, but he would have been sent back, and these tokens that we're finding would pretty much take us right to him, I believe.
Jacob,
Mm,
I would like to do some intellect check here
okay. For
to
what?
fact check Mr. Animus.
Okay.
Is this true?
I'd like to fact check myself.
Make just a flat intelligence roll.
I do be pretty
He
intelligent.
did
Yeah, that's
be
a nat
using
20.
His brain. All right. So, you guys know a few different things. One, there was a Civil War coup attempt from Fraz and Blow with Fraz or Blue. You don't know how it went. You know that a few months ago, basically after Animus completed his second portion of his contract, you guys haven't really gotten any contact from Fraz and Blow since then. You know that some of the demon lords had made a deal with the Five that they would, if they did certain things like put Zygon under contract and do certain things like that, that they would be brought into whatever the next, whatever happens after the convergence, they would be allowed in. You also know that Balors have weapons that are 20-foot long swords, and they have fire whips. If he did die while he was here, his sword would still be here. And you haven't found a 20-foot long sword. So...
On to the next one.
Are the fire whips? Is that the spots we're seeing?
It's potential.
Probably.
There's potential.
The spots where it's a fire, and then when it hits, it spurts in one direction.
Probably. How many of these painted bits are there left?
There's 7 in total. If you count the one that Animus got rid of, there's 7. You see the time bubble? So here's the time bubble.
Yep.
You guys are here on the not frozen side. The marking is about right here. So it's about, I would say, 30 feet from the edge of the time bubble.
Do we know
Is
what
it moving
happens
at
if
all?
we stay too long in the time bubble?
You
Yeah.
saw Animus get frozen. So like,
Okay.
but Animus was still
There's a
aware
rope.
of his surroundings.
Is there anybody in the time bubble?
Oh yeah, there are hundreds
loads
of
of people.
civilians.
Can I pull a person out?
You can try.
Well, so I still had full perception while I was completely frozen,
Yes.
which means these civilians have had full perception this entire
For
time.
who knows how long, yeah.
And so pulling one out would at least we'd be able to ask them questions based on who put these here, what did you see? Because they've been here since it started.
That is true.
I would like to pull one out.
All right. Do you have the rope?
Yeah, I'll run in with the rope.
Tie the rope on. You go in. You go into one of the houses. It's a family of 4. 2 parents, the kids. The parents are kind of like, like they hear something, and then the kids are just ready to eat.
I'll take the nearest adult.
Okay, so you grab the dad and you begin to pull him. As you touch him, I need you to make a... I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
15.
15. As you touch him, you feel the time spell effect intensify on you as you're kind of beginning to like grab him and you start to pull and you can feel your body slowing down.
As that happens, so my first thing would to have put the rope around him, and then I'm going to just quickly so I'm holding the rope like that. I'm just going to twist in so that it wraps both my wrists, and then I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull
All right.
backwards so that they feel me
Saigon,
tug.
I need you to make a strength check.
Hey,
Bless
bless you.
Caleb, you're enjoying this bit too much.
That's only the second time I've done something.
All right, Saigon, what'd you get on your strength check?
It's a 5.
5. You begin to pull, and you're expecting, hollow-boned Animus weight. And you just can't quite get it. You're going to need someone to help you to pull this in.
Somebody help me.
I could
All
help
right,
you.
everybody make a strength check. The whole team, tug of war.
4.
Nice.
Oh, no.
We'll say that you guys have to collectively hit like a 30.
Oh no,
16.
that's way
16?
too much.
Okay, that's
We
20.
ain't doing well.
That's 20 total. Okay, now Cirrus and Anzu together have to roll a 10.
27.
There you go. So you're all pulling as hard as you can, and then Cirrus just comes over with one hand, just over the shoulder. You guys see frozen, solid Animus and this guy both getting pulled out. Animus, you kind of, okay, that was a lot. The guy is still frozen.
Can we restoration him?
You see his eyes begin to blink. Make
He's
all of you make a perception check.
My favorite.
18.
Oh, I've got to roll with
25.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Didn't matter.
14.
15.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So you all see this like purple shimmer kind of go over his eyes, like this like gleam as he's kind of looking around, and you see just like this like kind of like unhinged kind of look across his face, and you realize there might be some side effects from being inside the time bubble for too long. As he's slowly beginning, he's like looking around frantically. He's still like, it's like slowly leaving him as he's kind of moving around more, but you get the idea that something might be wrong.
With him being ripped out of the time bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably not a good idea to keep him outside the time bubble.
You see, he unfreezes, and there's just like this deranged look in his eyes, and he immediately goes to like attack Animus.
I step out of the way.
You dodge out of the way. He tumbles over, and he begins kind of looking around, like just crazed look in his eyes as he's kind of like looking around and doesn't know where he is or what's going on.
Hey, calm down, bud. Relax. Relax. Take a chill pill.
He immediately goes after Cirrus.
Can
I trip
punch
him with my staff. Oh.
Yeah, so you, and then he goes back into the time bubble, and as he rolls in, and then he just kind of freezes mid-roll.
I give him a big old middle finger.
Jacob, I would like to turn him and just have his head outside of the time
Smart.
bubble.
Smart.
Okay.
Oh, it's like waking out of a coma. You gotta,
You
you gotta
gotta
take a couple chances.
You gotta use him in. He comes back to, and you see he's kind of like, just moving his head around, like completely non.
All right. Okay. Hold on. All right. You have a family. You have children and a partner, and they're all in that building. Your house, I would assume. I don't know your name, but you're going to have to wake up from whatever it is you're inside of right now, because that is the best way to save your family and your neighbors.
Make a persuasion check.
With advantage, because then it gives me back
Why do you
not
have
disadvantage. So that I can get rid of the
No, you have
disadvantage.
You get into Zach's house and you start bargaining like Zach. I don't know what it is.
One of these times it's gonna work.
Persuasion. 16.
16. You see kind of family. And he's looking around. And he's like, where's my family? And he
Hold
starts,
on, they're all safe. Nope. They're all safe. You're inside of a time bubble that is stopping time, and we need to figure out what is going on. Now, you unfortunately have had to live and see everything happening whilst being frozen in time. There are marks on the walls of all of these houses in plain view of where you are frozen. Did you see who did that and what was it for?
They told us that the fog was just a naturally occurring thing, and that there wasn't anything to worry about. And then one night, I heard this loud.
Who's they? Just a quick.
The mayor and his team. They said that everything was fine, and that it was just that we were just being, affected by some weird weather pattern, but we weren't supposed to go into the fog. And then one night, I just heard this really loud, roar. It sounded like a bear or like a wild boar. I don't know.
Like a demon.
And then the next thing I knew, my head was sticking out and my body's not moving, and I'm talking to you. Please.
So you don't
please
fully
save my
remember.
family.
Well, hold on. You don't remember anything that happened while you were in there.
I was in my house. I was just kind of standing there. The last thing I heard was that loud roar.
Loud roar.
What day is it?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that. What day is it to you, though?
And he tells you a day that happened 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's not too bad. I'm going to just let you know right now it's not that bad. I thought it was going to be much worse. But still, I just want to make sure you are all good here. It seems like somehow Does he seem skinnier, or does it seem like the time bubble also is kind of like?
It is a full nothing is happening inside it. They're not hungry. They don't have to use the
Okay.
bathroom. Nothing.
For now, it does seem like you and your family are safe. I will try to save you and your family, and my group will help out with that. But we have to figure out what this time bubble is for, and how it was originally cast
As
on
you're
this
talking
area.
to him, you see his face begins to freeze again, and he just goes solid.
All right. I'm just gonna take my staff and push him real slow back into the bubble.
Okay, so you push
Nighty
him back in.
night.
It seems as though the bubble was or is expanding.
Oh,
Can-
and the
can we
marks.
see it?
The marks on the walls are how far the bubble expands in certain days.
Is there new markings, Jacob?
No one's put them there yet. If there is,
Jacob, I want to math this out. I'm going to put a mark where it is right now.
okay,
I want to wait 10 minutes,
okay.
see how far it goes, and
It
put
hasn't
another little
moved.
mark. What the fucking shit? Oh, why
So
did it move the
You
first time?
know that this guy's house got put in the time bubble 2 weeks ago, and the time bubble's edge is about 50 feet from the edge of his house.
Okay, so 2 weeks, 50 feet. So 50 feet in 2 weeks. And how big is... And the time bubble's miles long.
Yeah, it is roughly... It's like 7 blocks in the city and then a mile out of town. So I would say like 8 to 10 miles.
Oh, man. But we also don't know how big it was when it originally was cast. We need to find the master.
Oh, the master's
Yeah.
right here.
No, I thought someone was looking for him. I don't know if it was...
You guys started to, and then you kind of started researching how the bubble works.
Did Anzu go alone?
Yeah.
Because he went and did the eggs thing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around at the market, trying to find out who it
Anzu,
is.
you're looking. You bought some very nice goose eggs, boiled goose egg, really nice. Really rich yolk, you know. Now, does Anzu like his eggs hard boiled or soft boiled?
Soft boiled, please.
So you get a small knife from your pouch and you cut it down the side as you're sitting at a nice little like cafe that's near the dock. And the yolk just kind of spills out just a little bit, kind of like with like a syrupy consistency. And
Excellent.
It's a very nice egg. You got 3 soft-boiled goose eggs.
Now, if I were a devil, where would I be hiding here? I would like to go talk to the waitress.
Okay. So you call her over. How can I help you, sir?
Yes. Any odd figures coming through? Anyone strange or new coming into town?
Other than Crazy Al, nothing new. I mean, Al's always been a little off his rocker, but he's been here a while now.
And Al is at the crackhead over there.
He is the man who has been accosting people. Yes.
The local. And how long has he been here?
Oh well, Al's been here since I was a little girl, so
Oh,
a good 20 years.
Understood. Would anybody else know where I should look?
Are you asking me or the waitress?
The waitress.
Is Andrew just speaking out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, Al's only been like that for a few weeks now. But the mayor says he's fine, and everything's going good. So, I don't know. We're just trying to keep Al. You know, we think Al's probably got only a little bit more time left. So we're just trying to, you know, we're just trying to appease him, and then, let
I wanna
nature
go
take
talk
its
to-
course.
Al some more. Can we go talk to Al?
Yeah, you sure can. You pay 2 copper and for the meal, which is a fine like a fresh pressed coffee and 3 geese eggs, soft boiled. Pretty cheap meal. You see Al is currently screaming at a head of lettuce, saying, "Why aren't you a tree?"
Reasonable.
Hello, Al. How are you?
The voices are back. He does not he is not used to gnome sized people in this area.
Yes, I hear them too. Can I cast read minds?
Yeah. Sure.
I wanna
so
I wanna hear.
you cast it on him, and it sounds like when you are in the middle of a room full, like when you're in a concert and there's like 30 conversations going on all around you and you can't hear your own thoughts. It is just a cacophony of random like gibberish and like some people like screaming. There's other like people ranting about the price of artichokes. Like it's just a little bit of everything.
Can I tell if this is magic or if it's insanity?
Make an Arcana check.
It's like 28.
28. It seems as though this is some sort of curse.
So I need to dispel it. Dispel magic won't work, right?
It will not work on curses.
It has to
no.
be dispel curse.
Mhm.
There's remove curse.
Remove
Could
curse.
I cast a sending to Thea or send
Yeah.
a message?
Yeah, you send a message.
Oh, hello there, my beautiful niece. I am in need of your skills. Thank you. I am with Crazy Al, or whatever you call him,
Weird
in the
Al.
market. I also have
Weird
a...
Al.
Weird Al is a bard. He
No.
he's over in Vasselheim right now.
No, word.
And then,
So I'll just send back. I'll be there soon.
when Thea comes, I will point her to Crazy Al.
Okay. Is the rest of the party going to go with Thea, or are you guys still investigating the time bubble?
I don't think there's much more we can really investigate. I have a feeling the mayor's behind something here too.
So you guys get into the market. You see Anzu currently talking to Crazy Al.
Can I find the mayor, Jacob?
Yeah, the mayor's office is going to be closer to the center of the city, near where the tavern is, that you guys were at earlier. You can certainly go check on the mayor.
I'll break off for a
What
moment.
time is
and go
the
check?
It is around, let's see, it's around lunchtime, so I'd say around like 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon.
Okay. I wanted to go to that dock once it gets dark, but
It gets dark around 6, so you've got a few hours. Yeah, so you arrive on the scene as Animus. Is anyone going to go with Animus, or is he going to go by himself?
I'll go.
Okay. Captain and first mate go into the mayor's office. All right.
Let's go.
So,
Absolutely.
Cirrus and Thea, you guys arrive at Anzu. Al looks at all of you and he kind of... The trio. I don't have any money, but I'll do other things.
No. Al, we're not asking you for money, but my niece here will be touching you to help you.
That costs.
Him?
Thea, could you please? I can't keep doing this, Thea. Please, just. There's a curse on him. Just get rid of it, please.
I can't do that today.
Oh, could we take a nap or something?
Believe me, I'd love to. We've got 4 hours.
I mean,
Well,
you
yeah, I
guys-
mean, realistically,
you guys have about 4 hours until the sun goes down, so
it'll be like, what, 5 in the afternoon?
5 or 6, yeah. Around then.
It's 5 in the afternoon.
Is Trailblazer playing that while you're...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with that if you guys are.
Well, if you're not paying,
Oh, please,
you
here's
don't get
to
to see
go.
anything. Except for
And
this.
don't
And you see
take
he kinda,
off.
He
And
starts to
there
take
it
off. He starts to take his shirt off, and you see just like 3 like puffs of chest hair. Just, you like that?
Yes,
No.
Ooh.
quite impressive.
And then he just kind of wanders off.
No. You can't do that.
Could we just
Oh, Bernie.
You see 2 guards that are kind of at the market. They seem to have been kind of observing the conversation you guys have been having with Al. One of them comes over. Does there seem to be a problem here?
Yeah, so is one of you a cleric?
No. Do I look like a cleric to you?
Well, you do have very soft skin, but no, I guess not. Would you happen to know of a cleric?
Well, no, we just got a doctor. And you just met him, so,
There he is.
But,
And how
We're,
long ago did you get this doctor?
oh, he's been here. Oh, man. Well, he helped deliver my firstborn son, so, about 20 or so years. But don't worry, we're gonna take care of Al real quick.
No,
We've
we
been
love
noticing he's
Al.
been causing a little bit of a commotion here in the market. And
What the fuck?
we're gonna
I like Al.
we're gonna just
Take care of him.
well we're just gonna go put him in the jail. Let him sleep off whatever it is he's got going on.
Oh no.
Could we actually just keep him with us for a while? Al is actually my
Who are you
brother.
again?
My name is Anzuzu.
All right. You see, he pulls out a little piece of paper. He starts writing it down. And you, miss?
Theo.
Any last name?
No.
All right. And
None of your business.
you, sir, with the one horn.
My name is Cirrus Ambition.
Son, I don't like being played with games. What was that again?
Cirrus
Uh-huh.
Ambition.
Now, son, are we gonna have a problem here?
Ideally not.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that last name.
Ambition. AM.
Oh, I know how to spell, son. You don't
Okay,
gotta tell me how to spell.
Alright. You do you.
Now we're just gonna go grab Al. Sorry that he was bothering you, folks.
Oh, he's not bothering us, but again, could we just have him with us?
Well, considering that you're not his friends or his family, I can't really turn him over to you. Now, if you can find his apprentice, maybe we could do something there, but...
Mr. Sorry,
No.
I am not his family, but this young man here, and I'll point to Zygon, is actually his nephew who's come to take care of him.
Zygon and Animus are on the other side of the market.
This young lady right here is his nephew and has come to take care of him. She's a cleric, you see. A very good one.
Sorry, miss, I
I hear
didn't
that.
catch that last name. Now, if it's the same as old Al over here, then maybe we got something going.
Yes, her last name is also Al.
Oh,
First
What was
name.
his? Who told me his name? Did he just say alabaster, or was there?
It was like
can I do
Alabaster the Magnificent. He is a very flamboyant wizard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just I'm gonna try to cast. Actually, can I still see Al?
Yeah. He is currently throwing a carrot at a dog.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna try to cast Dominate Person on this guard
Ooh.
at 7th
okay.
level.
Okay.
I don't think that matters, but it's what I've got. And I think that's a 30 shot. I think that's a wisdom save. Leave it there.
What's your spell save DC?
It's like 20. Well, it's probably gone up now.
Dominate Person is a wisdom save.
But, okay, let me double check. Bree, shut up.
Yeah, he fails. He's just a town guard. His hit points are probably like 6.
She's level 20 versus a basic town guard.
I keep forgetting that we're at the point where we can basically like kill a god as a group, and here we are struggling with the town guard.
And I'll just tell him. Let me double check. I don't ever actually get to do this stuff because it never works.
Well, you guys are normally fighting people around your level. You haven't been to like a super small town in a really long time.
Okay, so since I cast it at 7th level, to an hour, and I'm gonna tell him to leave us alone and walk to the other side of town.
Like towards the time bubble?
No, the other way.
Oh, okay.
Just as far away from me as he can possibly get for an hour.
Walk into the time bubble.
Walk into the time bubble and stay there.
Actually, maybe.
It's up to you.
Why not? Walk into the time bubble.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Well, yep. Have a great day, everybody. And if there's any trouble, let me know." And he just immediately starts beelining it for where the time bubble is, and his partner is like, "What?" And then he runs to catch up to him.
Good.
You see, Owl is currently in a barking match with the dog that he hit with the carrot.
Oh my god.
A man of high culture.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Actually, do you guys want to take tonight's break? We can do that right now. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, Hunter, I don't think that's an ingrown hair. You probably should get that looked at by a doctor.
Yes.
Good job, Brady. All right. So, as Thea, Anzu, and Cirrus are trying to figure out what to do with Crazy Al, we'll move over to Zygon and Animus as they are going to the mayor's office. You guys ask around a little bit. They're like, "Oh, it's this building over here." So you go past the tavern, just a few more streets up, and you eventually get to this very large, like, gathering hall looking building. It's got massive mahogany pillars that kind of just hold it up at its corners. This building looks very old. It's likely one of the first buildings built in Drina. It's very like wind battered, and there's like sea air damage. Like there's like corrosion and a little bit of pox marks everywhere. But yeah, you see like one or two people going in and out every once in a while. It looks like this is where like a lot of like permits are filed and just general government things are done here. You guys go inside. You see there's a map of the building, and the mayor's office is on the second floor towards the back. So
Zygon, are you seeing anything with your special eyes?
what do your elven eyes see? Your ASMR eyes. Okay.
Are you... What do you say?
Hang on, his audio dropped out again. I will say...
I like how he
Zygon-
told us about his audio and just drops as soon as we start.
Yeah. Zygon, you do notice... Oh, he
Cut out.
There he is. Okay, we can hear you again.
Welcome back.
All right. Zygon, you, as you're kind of looking around, you notice that the dark, kind of fiendish, demonic energy is a little bit more concentrated here. That could be because there's one here, or it could be like one frequently comes here. Like there's like a residue of demon, you know.
There's a heavier presence here. I don't know if they're here or have been here, but this is a hot spot for sure.
All right, that's what I was afraid of. It sounded like a lot of people were saying that the mayor was trying to downplay all the things happening, so...
Alright, you guys eventually get to the mayor's office. You go in, there's a receptionist waiting. How may I help you?
We were just hoping to have the mayor's time. Does he have any availability today?
Well, let me check. And she opens up this big book. He's currently out
I
on
see his
lunch.
schedule. I see his schedule while she's looking.
Make a perception check or an investigation. I'll let you choose.
Are there any
Investigation,
pictures of,
whatever.
like, the mayor's family or anything around?
No, there's no like paintings or anything. It looks like this is a
22.
very sterile government building. Now, if you go into like his main office, maybe.
Okay.
The schedule looks. It looks like more of his like. It looks like he goes home around 5, and they don't start business until around 9. Lunch is around 2 every day. You see, like, there's, like, meeting with farmers co-op and stuff like that. Pretty standard mayoral schedule. She looks... Now, he does have a 2:30 that had to cancel on him. So if you gentlemen want to just wait over there, I'm sure he'll be right in. Because it is currently... What time is it? And she kind of looks... Oh, yeah, he should be back in about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah, that should be fine.
We'll take it.
Okay. So you guys kind of sit down.
I want to play Go Fish.
Both
Yeah,
of
yeah.
you make perception checks.
Oh, well, I forgot I have to do this with disadvantage.
19.
19.
30.
30. You guys hear what sounds like 2 people in the mayor's office.
Oh.
Do we recognize one of the voices?
No, you do not. As you guys are playing Go Fish, you hear a lot of like grunting and like it sounds like a desk being hit a few times. You know, you can infer what you may from that.
Oh. A lot of
Any
grunting.
threes?
Go Fish.
Ooh.
And it's not the secretary that's in there?
Nope. How cliche do you think I am, sir?
It's questions that has to be asked, you know? I didn't know if she slipped in afterwards or what.
A few minutes go by, and then the door to the office opens, and you see this young woman, probably in her, I would say, early 20s, tiefling. Just kind of walks out, and you see she kind of adjusts her clothes. She kind of walks out. She waves hi to both of you. And then the mayor sticks his head out. He is a kind of shorter, more portly human man, probably in his like mid-50s. You see he's got like salt and pepper on the temples and a little bit through his hair.
Jacob,
Yeah.
before he steps out,
And
before I like go to look at him, I'm gonna have my hood up. I'm gonna turn into a tiefling woman, not the same one.
Okay.
But
Disguise
similar.
self as a tiefling. Okay.
I'm using alter self, and I'm
Oh,
gonna turn into a
yeah.
tiefling woman.
Okay. That's interesting. I like it.
I want
Okay.
to also make sure that I'm keeping my hood up so that
Yeah.
I mean the secretary's probably doing her own work, but I just want to just make sure that she's not getting a little sus about this.
Okay. She doesn't seem to be paying attention. It looks like she went on break shortly after you guys got in.
Okay.
The mayor kind of walks out and he kind of nods to you. He looks at his schedule. Looks like y'all are my 2:30. How can I help you, gentlemen? Or, excuse me, didn't quite notice. And he notices as you kind of take your hood down. What do your horns look like? Are they like straight up, curved? Do they look like cirruses? Like
Full curve.
full
I go.
curve,
I'm gonna
like
ram.
Okay.
Yep.
Looks like a ram. Oh, I'm so sorry, miss. Don't mean to be unpolite. How can I help you two? Don't all talk at once. I know, meeting a mayor such as myself can be daunting. Come
Well,
on
my
in.
captain here just has a few questions for you.
Oh well, come on into my office. I'll see what we can learn. He
Absolutely.
opens up the door, closes it behind you too. Please take a seat. Take a seat. And you see he goes over to his desk, and you see he flips a portrait of his family back up that had fallen down on his desk. He turns it back up, and he kind of sits down in his chair, and it kind of swivels a little bit. Now, Dry's a pretty small town. I don't think I've seen y'all before. I am Mayor Ulysses, but you can call me Ulysses. What can I do you two for?
Well, Ulysses, you see, we're players. We're passing our way through town, and we we were staying at the inn, and we just had a little bit, take in the area. Beautiful, beautiful part of the Taldora you guys have here.
Well, we do call it the Pearl of Taldore. So we're pretty proud of it. And you see he kind of snaps his suspenders a little bit.
I can see why. But we were moseying around. We did notice that there's some sort of bubble time thing going on in a part of town. We were just curious. We had never seen anything like that. I was curious what that was all about.
Well, I don't know nothing about no time bubbles, but I do know we've been having some fog rolling in lately. That's probably what y'all saw. But yeah, I haven't heard nothing about no time bubbles. We just have some weird fog, seasonal. But nothing like a time thing. I'm not, y'all seem like you're pretty high to do from the big city, and down here in the countryside, we sometimes have some weather that y'all city folk don't get too much of. So I can understand if that might be a little confusing.
Well, listen, Mayor. I combs hair behind ear.
I love this. Oh my gosh. Caleb's perception of this is so funny.
It's just a very strange situation you've put us in here because, I'm not supposed to say this, just come up from Avernus. And, well, seems like Fraz has a little bit of a problem going on up here. So that's why we're here today. I specifically am leaving out the in blow or the or blue part because I'm not 100% sure. I would assume it's Fraz and blue or Fraz or blue.
Deception check.
with advantage.
No. You have disadvantage.
But he's got the best liar around with him.
That is
Let's
true.
hope not.
He's got the silver tongue next to him.
Deception. Oh, that's so good. 19. On a disadvantage, nonetheless.
Well, no, we don't really have anything going on. I don't know who this person you're referring to is, and we accept people from all walks of life and places
Insight
of origin.
check.
Make an insight check.
As a point of order, nobody can read my mind right now. Just so in case that was something.
My mind right now.
16.
16. He is being very dodgy. He's being very concealed, but also he's a politician, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Now, if y'all do need anything, please let me know. I've got another appointment coming up real quick here. I do, however, though. What tavern were y'all staying at? We've got 2 in town. Are you staying at the big one or the little one?
No, we most likely are just teleporting out of here after this conversation.
It was a brief visit. It was a brief visit.
Very brief.
Well, if y'all ever come back to Drina, be sure to give this to the bartender. And he hands you a coupon with the mayor's face as kind of like a cartoon character, and it says
Captain,
one free drink.
Captain over here, not into this weird business. You see, we know that our boss has been in town recently. There's a lot of talk about it, and we were sent here specifically from him. So we were just making sure, things are on the DL, which is good. But making sure we get the information from you on what he was trying to specifically do here.
Well, I haven't met with any boss. Everything's fine, though. We're getting ready for tourism season. What else? Oh, we had our Clam Queen Festival last week. That went pretty well. But yeah, if y'all...
I've seen in your...
I'm sorry?
I've seen in your local paper. I've seen in your local paper, as a captain, I always study the seas. There's been a influx in fishing and success at it.
Oh, yeah. We've had some favorable seas lately. It's been real nice. But yeah, just
I think that has something to do with the fog.
Well, sometimes the fog does make the fish a little bit more jumpy. So, maybe. But I'm sorry to cut this short, but I do have another appointment. But if y'all want to make another appointment, I know y'all said you were going to be teleporting out of here. But if y'all ever want to come back, first of all, use that coupon. Second of all, you're always welcome. All right? And he starts ushering. He gets up from his chair.
Insight check again.
Go ahead, yeah. What are you specifically trying to glean?
I want to see if he's panic trying to get us out of here, if he's uncomfortably trying to get us out of here, because we have not used up our allotted time here.
Excuse
me,
can I take? Yeah, go ahead.
Can I check investigation, perception, around his office? Is there anything weird that sticks out?
Make an investigation check.
21 on 21. Insight.
Okay.
24.
He is definitely trying to panic, get you out of there. He is definitely uncomfortable with what's going on. There is something wrong that he does not want you to figure out or do. You notice...
I lean over the desk. No, you go first.
You notice Zygon. Sitting off to the side, he's got a small, alcohol cart, basically. And you see one of those turquoise summoning discs sitting, that's being currently used as an ashtray on the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I call him out on it or not?
Oh, absolutely. Because
No.
we already have given out that we know, quote unquote, that the mayor has dealings with our quote unquote boss, Fraz. So him trying to push us out is just like, oh, well, that's dumb because we already know. Right?
All right. While he's trying to rush me out, I'll be like, no. I see you're in a hurry. I understand you're a very busy man being mayor.
Indeed, I am.
But
Indeed.
I can't help but notice your bar card over there. I would love a drink. I understand you gave me the free coupon, but why waste time going somewhere when there's one right here?
Yeah, that was a gift from the missus. But sure.
She has excellent taste.
She does indeed. That's why she picked me. Go right ahead if you want to drink.
Side eye, hard side eye.
But give me just a moment. I'm gonna go see if my secretary can push back that other meat. He goes out. Minute passes.
All right.
Yeah. I was gonna say I wanted to walk to the door when he walked to the door.
Okay. So you look. He's talking to his secretary, and you see kind of like every once in a while he kind of motions back, and she's just kind of nodding, and she's writing stuff down.
Jacob, I want to also, for fun, just for complete fun, when she's looking at me, I want to flip back to Animus, and when he just goes back to look at me, I'm back into the deep one.
We're going full like Monty Python sketch. I love it. Yeah, you do so.
Well, he's out of the room. Can I also investigate a little harder? See if there's anything else?
Yeah. Do you want to like go through his desk or?
Yeah, if that's.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
Natural 20.
All right.
Plus 7, 27.
So you begin looking around and you're going through the drawers. It's just like random like business deals, like all this stuff, like different permits and everything. And then as you pull one of the drawers out, for like a half second you feel it catch. And you run your hand along the side of the drawer and you find underneath it a small like envelope that's like taped to the bottom of the drawer.
I would like to look inside the envelope.
Okay. You open it up and you see it's a small like dossier. First of all, you notice that there is a watermark on the top right of the paper that is the symbol for the clasp. You then begin looking through all of this. This is information on the mayor, like where he was born, where he's from, like his relations to people, his friendships, like it's like an entire like dossier on his life, like a spy would have, pretty much.
Might not
So
be
that
the
leads
mayor.
me to think that this is not the mayor. Yeah. All right. Interesting.
Jacob, while the mayor's out there, I want to walk back in, go over to the bar cart, use, is it Nolzur's magic paint?
Oh yeah, the paint, yeah, the Looney Tunes paint.
I want to paint a version of that stone.
Okay.
Right next to it.
Okay. And you're an expert
pretty quickly.
forger, so.
Yep. And then I'm gonna have that pop up, and then I'm gonna take the other stone. I'm gonna put that stone in its place. I'm gonna dump the ashes on top of it.
Okay, cool. You pocket it as he's coming back in. Well, I tried my darndest, but my secretary says we got a very tight schedule, so I'm going to have to ask you politely to leave. If you want to make another appointment, feel free to do so. I've got to get across town for a ribbon cutting ceremony.
Can I cast friends on him?
You're not there.
Why am I not there?
You're not there. They went hour ago. You're at the market
we're in the
dealing
mayor's
with
office.
Crazy Al. You know when you guys were with the guard?
Oh, yeah, we're with Al, they're with the mayor, yeah.
All right.
I'd like to say I totally understand, and I'm going to pour myself a ginormous helping of whatever booze he's got there and just down it and
He's
say
got,
thank you,
like-
and then
he's
I'm
got,
ready
like-
to go.
A bottle of scotch that's like 100 years old.
Yeah.
That had not
That's
been
straight
opened.
syrup.
And I'd like to like copy it. Thank you.
Well, it's always a pleasure. And he shakes your hand.
He doesn't
Do I
care
sense
about that.
anything when I touch him?
Fiend all the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely fiendish.
Alright. Alright.
Do we do a thing here? Is this where we do a thing?
And he goes out, and you see like his entire like staff just kind of gets around him, and they all kind of just.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Wait, can I do something? I was gonna say, can I do something before he walks out?
The door's open, so like if you do anything, his staff is gonna see.
Oh, I was gonna do a thing where while he's shaking Zygon's hand, I was gonna go over and just shut the door slowly.
His staff are coming in. It's gonna be hard to they would open the door anyway.
I kill them all.
I murder everything in the vicinity.
High level,
I would
man.
like to cast murder, targeting
How many
everything.
are there?
His staff is like 15 people.
Yeah, I kill them all.
I kill everything.
Just go ahead and let it happen real quick.
He says, well, if y'all ever need anything else, please let me know. Thank you so much. It's always nice to meet travelers, and have a great rest of your day. And then he books out of there. His staff is having a hard time keeping up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I turn back to Animus.
Okay. The secretary says, now, would you gentlemen like to make another appointment? The mayor said you might want to.
I don't.
Sure.
We need.
You can pencil us in. Pencil us in. When's his next availability?
Let me see. In about 3 weeks.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What time? I can give you noon, or I can give you past 2.
Noon should be fine.
Noon. And what's the name for that, sir? What's the name for that meeting?
Fraz.
Okay. All right. Well, you two just have a wonderful rest of your day.
Jacob, what was the last? When I walk by, can I see what the last girl's name was?
She is not on the schedule. That was his lunch.
All right, I walk back in as her. I walk out, and I want to walk back up and in as her.
Okay.
I will wait outside.
Make a deception
How did
check.
she talk?
She never spoke. She never spoke. She just waved.
Didn't she say goodbye or whatever?
No, she
to
waved.
him?
No. You did not hear
Maybe
her
this was
voice.
a good idea then.
I'll let you decide.
I thought we heard them.
Nope. You heard like grunting. Like you heard sex noises, Caleb, okay?
Hell yeah.
Forrest Gump style. Hell yeah.
I want to write on a note before I go in.
Okay.
I want to say, and it's like, let's break our normal habit. Meet me tonight.
How are you gonna do her handwriting? You don't know what her handwriting is.
Does she do her handwriting here? Does he see her handwriting?
You don't know.
God damn it. I think I'm gonna risk it anyway.
Okay. You gotta risk it for the biscuit, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, we never come back here and this doesn't work out anyway. So yeah, I'll still write it.
Okay. So just change our normal plan. Come meet me tonight at what time?
The docks.
Okay, what time?
7 o'clock
7. Okay.
after work hours.
And do you want to go back in there as her?
Yeah, as her.
Okay.
Give it to the
receptionist
receptionist.
is like, oh, Miss Miranda, did you forget something?
I'm going to guess that this is going to be a slightly southern accent due to Drina's accent. Can that be an assumption that Animus would make?
I mean, Caleb is Animus. What assumption is Caleb making that Animus is making?
Damn, he got
Well,
your
no,
ass
ma'am.
in.
I just wanted to drop this off real quick. I dropped it off. I just wanted. Sorry, something in my throat. From
got
lunch.
something in your throat. You know.
Yeah, he does that to me.
Well, I completely understand. I'll make sure he gets this note.
Thank you. Thank you.
You go out.
Walk out.
All right, you guys have successfully had your meeting with the mayor. We'll go back over to the market. Wait, what are you two? Are you two wanting to like go to the tavern? Where are you going after this meeting?
Do we want to go to the market find them with Al, or do we want to follow the mayor?
I would probably try to tail the mayor for a minute if he leaves.
Yeah.
He leaves at 5 though, and it's 2.
Maybe my note will work.
Never underestimate the power of horny.
Yeah.
Amen.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially somebody who cheats.
Yeah.
They'll take that second opportunity. Maybe
So-
we go find Al for them with Al first, and then because we know he leaves his office around 5, we can come back around 5.
Okay. So you guys go over to the market. We'll jump back to the market. Al is currently on all fours barking at a dog. As you
I'll
guys...
join him.
All right, so Andrew goes over and starts
I'm
barking.
joking. I'm not joining.
Okay. You guys are just watching this display. Everyone's like, it seems as though it's kind of like in the olden days, like the town kook, as they would say. Like they're just kind of like, you know, let him be. If he comes up to you, don't like engage with him. Everyone's trying to give him some space, wide berth, you know. What are you gonna do? What are the 3 of you doing?
I can't do.
Weren't we looking at maybe short resting for move curse or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna sit for 4 hours so she could get remove hers.
All right, there's a cafe that are open until about 7, so you guys can kind of just chill there. Is that what you want to do?
I guess.
All right, you guys get a nice corner booth, so that Thea can kind of go into her meditative state to try and redo her spells. Cirrus, I want you to make a perception check.
Five.
You know, she comes in loud and she comes in hard. This you see this woman kind of burst in and she's like tying an apron on and it looks like she's like adjusting her uniform. Very tall tiefling woman, probably around 5'10". Long like antelope style horns that kind of like have that like corkscrew look. Deep crimson red skin. She's kind of tying her apron. You see the owner of the establishment says, "Miranda, I told you if you were late again, you were going to get fired." She says, "I'm sorry. I was busy."
Dude.
And then she kind of gets to work immediately. But she catches
Oh,
your
I got
eye
the
a little
accent
bit.
right! Let's
You did.
freaking go!
Yeah, you did. So, as the group of you lay your plans and wait, that will be where we end tonight's session.
That's crazy.
So, everybody, I want to say thank you so much. Sorry for the weird technical stuff at the beginning. You know, Caleb's usually our main streamer, and hopefully he'll be able to next week. If not, I'll be back again. But yeah, we want to say thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope to see you next week. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.